you know, the Taiwan regional election held in January, Lai Qingde from the Democratic Progress Party was elected. He actually is a Taiwan independence politician who seeks to split Taiwan from China. Some countries even made statements to congratulate him. This is a serious violation to One China principle. Many friends of China have publicly expressed their solidarity with China and support One China principle. I also believe you have read the recent report in New Times, the statement by Minister Biruta about reaffirming the One China principle. So I highly appreciate Rwanda's consistent position in adhering to the One China principle. The Taiwan question has an own complex history. Taiwan has been Chinese territory since ancient times. The Chinese government has jurisdiction over this island since ancient times for a long, long time. Just because of the decades of colonization, invasion, and the civil war in China, Taiwan is now in its current status. But after the end of the Liberation War, especially after the end of the Liberation War in 1949, the head of the Chinese Nationalist Party, Jiang Jieshi, Chiang Kai-shek, fled to Taiwan with his party and his forces. And then the United States and other Western countries provided assistance to Jiang's government and obstructed China's reunification. So it has been caused this persistent question. But in 1971, for the UN's 2758 resolution, it is released, it is declared Taiwan is one part of China. Chinese government, the government of the PRC, is the sole representative of the China. There is only one China in the world. But in recent years, the Democratic Progress Party came to power in Taiwan and stick to a separatist stance of Taiwan's independence. They have tried a lot of manners ways to seek the Taiwan independence. And it further deteriorated the relations, the safety, the peaceful situation across the Taiwan Strait. We, China, have been relentlessly seeking in national reunification and resolutely opposing Taiwan's independence. In this regard, Taiwan's question is totally a domestic affair of China and is a core interest of China. So we uphold One China principle. It mainly means three point. First, there is only one China in the world. Second, the PRC is the sole legal representative of China. Third, Taiwan is a part of China. So these three ideas is quite important and it belong to one concept. This principle is also the basic norm in international relations and the sweeping consensus of the international community. It's the foundation upon which China establishes and develops diplomatic relations with other countries. So we firmly oppose any form of official contact between any country and Taiwan, as well as any foreign interference and meddling in Taiwan question. So I hope our Rwanda friends will understand well and support our efforts against Taiwan independence. The Taiwan independence separatist forces to support our just cause of national reunification. We also hope that our friends from the media could remain fair and objective when it comes to news about Taiwan. In particular, in this May, Taiwan will hold an inauguration ceremony, but it is just a ceremony for China's local administration. So the concept that Taiwan is only a part of China, Taiwan's governance is only a local governance in China, is too basic for the Taiwan's question. So that's the first topic I would like to share on the Taiwan question. The second is about the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Recently, Hong Kong kicked off the enacting legislation on Article 23 of the Basic Law. The government of Hong Kong is now in the process to promote this in action. You may know UK used to wage the opium wars against China in the 19th century. It started the colonization of China. And it's UK who seized Hong Kong from China and ruled posed the governance on Hong Kong for almost 100 years. In order to recover our territory, asked the founding of the new China, the CPC government started negotiations with the UK and eventually secured the return of Hong Kong. Our legislative body, the National People's Congress, the NPC of China, passed the Basic Law for Hong Kong in 1990, and Hong Kong returned to China in 1997. So the Basic Law, is implemented since that time. In the Basic Law, the Article 23 said Hong Kong should enact laws on its own to prohibit any act of treason, secession, sedition, subversion against the Chinese government. So it is stated in the law, which was made in 1990. Recently, some Western media criticized this article of borrowing the concepts of national security of the mainland to Hong Kong. It said it's from the mainland to Hong Kong. It's not true. From the law's agenda, the basic law is passed in 1990, and it went into act in 1997. But in recent days, the Western media said it is from the mainland to the Hong Kong. It's right against the realities. Based on the history of the laws, the Western media deliberately distorted the facts, and it used this to attack China's governance in Hong Kong and the Hong Kong's governance. I shall say all these are aimed to interfere our efforts to safeguard the national security and the stability of Hong Kong. They would like to see much more chaos in Hong Kong. So the Hong Kong administrative region is a local administrative region. It has a different system comparing to mainland. The overriding principle of one country, two systems is always to safeguard China's national sovereignty, security, and development interests. We would say these Western countries are still living in the past and pointing fingers at China's governance, blatantly interfering in China's internal affairs. We also hope our friends in Rwanda will approach relevant news from an impartial and objective perspective, instead of being influenced and bewitched by these Western countries' information. And the third, I would like to share some news about the National People's Congress, the NPC, and the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, the CPPCC. We said in Chinese the two sessions. It started today. The two Congress in China are convening the plenary sessions in Beijing. These meetings are usually held in March each year. Of course, in 2020, because of the COVID, it is postponed for some months. The two sessions will discuss China's major policies, review the Chinese government's 2023 annual work report, and 2024 economic and social development plan, and also review and amend China's important laws. They will define China's key work priorities for this year. And in this morning, the Premier Li Qiang gave the report to the NPC and the CPPCC. So the two sessions are of great importance to China's economic and social development and the administration of the government. The Chinese people and the international community are following it closely. our embassy will also help our friends to better understand the ongoing sessions. I know some of you have been to China and joined the reporting of the two sessions. I also hope some others will have the opportunities to go to China to report on the event in the future, and the embassy will facilitate it. So that's all I would like to share on the three topics. Thank you.